Hi, today for this discussion post, we're diving into AOL. Yes, that AOL, America Online, and exploring how its digital DNA helped shape the interaction using the lenses of Yinan, Soon, and Rebecca Scharlach. But first, we need to put the AOL disk that we got free in the mail into something called the disk drive. Okay, oh, but wait, I gotta tell my roommate to get off the internet. Hey, Prince, get off the phone. I gotta log on to AOL. Thank you. Okay, here we are. If I had to suffer through it, so do you. It's using something called dial-up. Painful. If I have to sit through it, so do you. There was no high-speed internet. It was using telephone lines. Here we go.
You've got mail.
Let's talk about affordances. AOL had something called the buddy list. Now, we all have this to this day in different forms with modern social media platforms. However, we didn't have some place to post your status or on your wall or anything like that. No, you would post an away message. Be right back. BRB. You know, I'm going to the theaters. Be back soon. Stuff like that. It was very simple. And no one could comment underneath it. No strangers. Someone could respond, send you a message, an email, but there was none of this infighting like we have today. I'm getting a little sidetracked. Also, AOL had two other things I want to mention. The first being chat rooms. It was a shared space for strangers to get together and talk online about their common interests. It was wonderful. And then the second thing is a big one, but I'm going to save that for later. It's time to look at the cultural aspects of social media through the lens of Yinan Sun.
Every day, America Online is making it easier for people to live, work, and play.
Hey, Dan, ready for the game? I'm just finishing up here with my new kayaking friends.
Kayaking friends on your computer?
Yeah, I just got America Online.
Well, for starters, what did users like me do with these tools beyond their intended design? Sun focuses on how people culturally engage with platform features. Not just how a tool works, but how people use it and build meaning around it. In other words, what kind of norms, behaviors, and rituals emerge from affordances. And for those of us of a certain age, we're about to get clocked. Earlier, I mentioned chat rooms. Chat rooms were wonderful. Oh my gosh. They formed cultural microcosms. What does that mean? Think about this. Think about how you belong to a marginalized community and you went online and you were able to find other people just like you. It was fantastic. And it was all done anonymously because your screen name was just a screen name. So this is before we had LGBTQIA. We had M for M or W for W or bi for bi. So me being a part of a marginalized community, I was able to find people like me, a sense of belonging, anonymously. This was wonderful. Now let's see, screen names. They were also cultural. People curated their identities based on their community, their hobbies. They were often sometimes flirtatious or edgy or inspirational. So I'm going to tell you my screen name, and I want you to tell me where it fit back in the AOL days. My screen name was The Only Gay Jedi. Well, for starters, should tell you two things. Number one, I'm a Star Wars fan. And number two, I'm a gay man. So, sense of belonging, community, my hobby, my enjoyment, yeah, all there in my curated screen name. Now, these screen names are mirrored today with people's accounts on TikTok and Discord and Facebook, etc. But however, we do have to use your real name associated with your handle now. We really do not have privacy anymore, do we? And that's a hint for what I'm about to talk about later in regard to the gifts AOL gave us for its short time on Earth. Then there was social capital. Seeing someone pop online was a big deal. People read a lot into whether you were there, away, or idle, like ghosting before it had a name. And hearing those iconic door opening and closing sounds when someone logged on or off became emotional triggers. You felt a surge of anticipation or disappointment. For example, let's say you were aware your partner was cheating on you, and you secretly found out their cruising anonymous screen name. And that screen name would pop on your buddy list because they didn't know you had their secret name on your buddy list. And you would see that name pop on. Also under Sun, something else emerged. Emergent user etiquette and language. What the hell does that mean? Think of this. BRB, LOL, TTYL, be right back, laugh out loud, talk to you later. Yeah, we did that. We made that. Not AOL. Affordances led to emotional innovation. And this is before we had emojis. We used a colon, dink, and a parentheses, dink. We did that, not AOL. So what does that mean? These things formed culturally from how users like me creatively adapted to the limitations and quirks of the only social media platform we had. So what kind of values did AOL push on us, according to Rebecca Scharlach? Well, let's talk about social hierarchy and digital clout. The kind you could feel, but not easily ever prove. Unlike Instagram and TikTok, where likes and followers are front and center, AOL was more like a social speakeasy. No flashy numbers, no blue check marks, just vibes. You knew who was cool based on who messaged you first, or who constantly stayed away like a digital diva, or who left you hanging in a chat for a week at a time. These tiny moments, they added up. Attention became social currency. And if someone ignored you, that wasn't just shade. It was just someone full on stepping on your heart. AOL didn't need to rank us. We did it ourselves with one passive-aggressive away message at a time. Now here's the part I was alluding to earlier. As chaotic and basic as America Online was, it also gave us something today's social media platforms have bulldozed. In fact, pulverized. The word of the day, class, is privacy. You didn't need to post a selfie to be seen. Your profile didn't have a photo. You picked a screen name, dropped a cryptic dashboard confessional lyric in your away message, and that was it. There were no ad trackers watching your chats or algorithms feeding you rage bait. Are you listening, Facebook? AOL may have been messy, but it wasn't manipulative. And maybe, just maybe, we were a little freer behind those outdated icons than we are inside today's polished surveillance machines. Because that's exactly what these are. And we didn't have AOL on our phones. We could only access it on a computer, at home, at work, at a library, or at one of those computer cafes where you put the quarter in the machine and get 10 minutes of internet time. I did that in 1993. 94. You get the point. Call it nostalgia, but I call it a reminder that being online didn't always mean being owned. Privacy, anonymity, and user control over identity equals Scharlach.
Goodbye.